Hello! Today we are taking what should be a light-bodied, carbonated, low ABV drink and making a full-bodied, full strength, and just monstrosity of it. Let's do it. This experiment was heavily based on doing the most butterbeer hydromel, and there's a link in the description if you want to check that out. For our 1 gallon, full-strength version, we're using 2.5 pounds of Bochet honey, half a pound of dark Belgian candy sugar, a quarter pound of table sugar, an ounce of lactose, 7.5 pounds of water, and 2.5 grams of tannin complex. We use D47 here, but any champagne yeast should do. Our starting gravity was 1.102 for a potential ABV of around 12%. You'll see why that's just an estimate later. Lactose is non-fermentable and will raise your gravity, but not your potential ABV. Secondary, we backsweetened with a whole pound of meadowfoam honey. Yes, that's a lot. Yes, it's too much. You'll see why that happened later, but try starting with 8 ounces and adjusting to your palate. We also added 2 ounces of maltodextrin and lactose for a thicker, creamier mouthfeel, 1 gram of lactic acid, 1/5 gram of citric acid, and 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Some other things I might adjust if I repeat this are the acids. You want some acidic sharpness for the butterscotch feel, but you're also looking for some roundness. Bench trial the acids, see what gives you the best result. We'll start by measuring our honey in an Instant Pot. I used a wildflower for this, but you can experiment. I'd personally avoid anything too bright or fruity. Set the Instant Pot to slow cook for a total of 4 hours. I found this gets a pretty nice light Bochet. Towards the end of the 4 hours, I realized I should have added the table sugar and lactose from the start, so I changed the setting to saute, threw those in, and gave it a good stir. After incorporating that, I added the Belgian candy sugar and stirred that for a long time. You can probably melt this faster by crushing or grinding the candy sugar. I just stirred it until I didn't hear any solid chunks scraping around in there. Then I turned off the heat and poured my water in. I covered it up and put it in the fridge to cool to room temp. After it was cool, I dumped it right into the fermenter and took a gravity reading. We're starting at exactly 1.102. In goes the tannin and then the yeast, and we'll set that aside with an airlock and come back in a day. The next day, fermentation was extremely active to the point where adding bentonite and nutrients was causing a foam over. After managing that without spilling, I threw the rest of the powder in there. Day 3 and 4, just adding nutrients and taking the gravity, so no footage for that. A couple weeks later, I confirmed fermentation had ended at 1.008, giving us an ABV of about 12.5%. I racked it off onto stabilizers and the lactose and maltodextrin. I revisited this a few weeks later and came in for some balancing. This is where we added vanilla extract, the acids, and meadowfoam honey. Meadowfoam has a very distinct vanilla marshmallow character that I think goes well here. This balancing includes a lot of sampling to dial in just the right flavor. All those meads you see in the background were also balanced the same day. I generally recommend only tackling 1 or 2 of these at a time, because sampling this much alcohol in a short time does have a few consequences, like oversweetening and this. I'm making the butterscotch one. I just put a bunch of meadowfoam in this. Get a first-person view of my cup. Oops, I didn't mean to just blow a bunch of bubbles in that. We're not supposed to do that. That's bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's sweet, but that's good. So, yeah. I obviously had fun, and this was a batch for experimenting, but not advisable. After that, I was done. Just time to clear and bottle. Alright, so here it is, all finished up. I labeled it a vanilla butterscotch Bochet, sweet, 12%. You saw some mistakes along the way. What not being clear-headed when you're balancing can do. I'm not going to open that one. We're going to do a little test bottle. It smells good. There's a little bit too much meadow foam. To the point where, like, you know, the meadow foam kind of consumes the whole thing. Maybe not the whole thing. I've made a meadow foam traditional before, and this is very different than that. So it's not quite only meadow foam. Meadow foam's a good honey, though, so I'm not complaining too much. It's sweet. It's very round, which is good. It's smooth. Doesn't have a ton of acidity, which that has died down a little bit since bottling. This is 2 months old now. Yeah, 2 months. Could probably use a little more time for the Bochet character to really mellow out and for even more acidity to kind of blend in better. But it's really good as is. Little oversweet, as you saw. But overall, absolutely. I'd be happy to be served this. I might even make it again. That's all I got. It was good stuff. See you.